Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion, helped lead his team.
And right away, he lost the football.
What you got? You got,
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore.
It's a gain of 19 and brings up 3rd down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Big stop, let's go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
Right there, 54 Mike. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get it.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. That one a first down pickup of 8. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A look at the defensive starters for Tennessee.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They run the counter. Carson, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw is Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they're facing a very tough 3rd and 11. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. Space to maneuver at the 40. He finds Humphreys. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mariota now. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota gives to Henry. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down now, it's Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Stepping up, he'll try and run, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Mariota, they'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Mariota now to throw on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Watch tight end, tight right.
looking to throw again on second down. Mariota sliding out of the pocket, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right, and avoids the contact by sliding. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Throwing again on second down. Mariota, the tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Mariota. And now he'll tuck it. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
Here comes the boom! I see you, boy! I see you!
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Boy formation, boy formation. Come on, boys, come on. Here we go. I got it.
Working out of the gun, Mariota.
What's hot? Tight end right.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
First down carry for Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Mariota rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
You gonna see
me in your nightmares, son. You gonna...
Again, Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
I'm going back to you.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Underneath pass here to Vanette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wilson will throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
54 mark.
Here's Carson. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalties got him set up with a 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
To throw again on second down. Mariota, it's caught. Humphreys. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Mariota. Caught right side, Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Mariota on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota, throw left side, complete. That's Walker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down throw for Mariota. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Mariota, throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point up and good by Ssukka. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This is Carson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm scared.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They run it with Carson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at
380.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Spot. Stay tight.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.